Good evening, boys and girls. Welcome to another live edition of the Highbury squad. Apologies for being late. We had a bit of a sound issue, but we're ready to go. Let's do this.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please stand clear of the discussion doors. The next stop is Highbury squad.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Late Football Show, and apologies for being a little late. We had a technical issue with sound, but we are here. Can you hear us? My podcast brother from another mother, Mr. Super Kev, Super Kevin Campbell.
Hey, squaddies, let's go.
All right, so Super Kev is on his iPad because we've had some issues. So hopefully everything will be okay. And if not, then it's going to be one where you have to grin and bear it. All right, people? So if there's commotion in the background, I am on location. And, you know, once again, grin and bear it, everyone. It doesn't happen often. Does it, Super Kev?
No, it doesn't. It don't.
All right, so let's get stuck into this tonight's show, and the theme of it is predicting our next 5 games. Before we do that, Kev, you've been a part of very special European nights. You have been involved at the highest level and won a European trophy. Can you just tell me real quick in a nutshell the buzz and the feeling to play in a game like we just saw in the Champions League? Because I was watching that and I was thinking, wow, what a match. I thought Real Madrid were dead and buried, but you can never rule them out. Benzema's penalty, Manchester City playing the most sublime football, and somehow it's 4-3.
Yeah, I think when you get to that level, you know, sometimes the attacks are so good that they negate the defenses. Because Man City's defense are a lot better than that. Real Madrid, their defense ain't great, but they do play open football. They play to their strengths, which is the attack. And you know what? Once you've got a player like Benzema, you're always in with a chance. And let's be honest, at times you think that Real Madrid are dead and buried, but they keep coming back. You know, they're like, you know, they're like Jason in Friday the 13th and all that. They just keep coming back, don't they? And going to the Bernabeu with 1 goal advantage, it sets it up next week, Wednesday, to be a great game. But you know, both sets of players know, you know, it's never going to be really over in the first leg. Although I think Man City will feel a little bit disappointed because they really had an opportunity to put Real Madrid to bed and they couldn't do it.
Right. Some of you actually saying that you can't hear us. Is that true? Because if that's the case, we'll have to abandon this show completely. Just let us know. Just be if you want to be patient and, you know, sound-wise and stuff. I have a tech issue now. It's catching Sophie. Right. Okay. Well, we'll see. Audio is perfect. Thank you, GB. All right. Stop moaning, the others. All right. So, Kev, yeah, it was unbelievable. And let's see what happens in a week. I'm on Sky Sports early kickoff tomorrow morning to talk about it all and to look ahead to the Liverpool versus Villarreal game and also the fight for top 4. Which now we are switching gears and we're going to get stuck into. Get ready. This is going to be a quick fire show this evening, but you'll love it. All 160 of you in live chat joining us. Super Kev, a massive game. I'll be at this one. West Ham United versus the Arsenal at the Olympic Stadium. It seems that West Ham are decimated in their back line, Kev. Right now, as it stands, they won't have any of their original back 4 to play in this one. The last time we lost to them was in January 2019. It was a 1-0 loss with the Europa League semi-final. You've got to say David Moyes is going to have one eye on that. Dealing with injuries isn't easy. How are you feeling about this one?
Yeah, 3 points. We've got to take 3 points in this game. They're going to, whatever happens, they're going to have to concentrate on that European situation because, you know, it's such an unbelievable opportunity for the football club and the players. You know, they've worked ever so hard to get there. So I think they're just going to rest up the main boys, and some of the periphery players are going to play. And, we have to win this game. So this is a game. We've got ourselves in this position, and these things can happen at this part. So I just think we've got to win this, and we're going to win it. And we're going to win it pretty well.
Okay, so I'm also going for the win. You know why, Super Kev?
Why?
Because I will be at the game.
Well, there you go. Let's keep your streak going.
Yeah, definitely. We have a good record against West Ham in general, don't we, Kev? This should be one of those 3 in a row, the 3 games everyone was predicting for us to struggle with. Hopefully we will bring it. Let us know, squaddies, what you think as well in terms of this game coming up on Sunday. If you're listening on audio and if you're listening on YouTube, make sure you let your comments be heard in our section below the description of the show. You know how it works. Chief Like Officer Tammy, get rolling. Everyone, you got to hit the like on the way into the club. And if you didn't, you got to hit the like button on the way out. Super Kev, after West Ham, we face a resurgent Leeds United. They got a valuable point against Crystal Palace. The much maligned Jesse March, after replacing a Leeds legend like Marcelo Bielsa, doing a steady job, trying to ensure that they have their Premier League status next season. The last loss, and of course they were out of the Premier League for a while, but the last time we lost to Leeds was in 2003. It was a 2-3 loss, and they're definitely playing with confidence, Kev. This isn't one where we should just think we've got the 3 points in the bag. What are your thoughts?
No, they're definitely fighting for their lives, Leeds, that's for sure. And they proved that against Crystal Palace last night, didn't they? They scrapped for everything. Didn't really carry too much of a threat, but they defended valiantly, and they always work hard. They always work hard, but we're at home, so this is 3 points. Listen, at the end of the day, we've got to want that win more than them. They need the points, but we definitely need the points to get to that promised land for us. And that's 4 games left. We're at home. We've got to take them out. We've got to get another 3 points, and I think we'll get another 3 points. Here I go again.
Go on, Super Kev. Get your
streak.
streak.
Know what, Sophie? Out of the last 10 games, we've won 7. I've got 7 wins and 3 losses.
You do. To be honest with you, Kev, it's the boys that let you down on your 3. Let's be fair, because most Arsenal fans predicted that those 3 matches were going to be the shoe-ins. Maybe a draw at Palace. Maybe that was the one.
I don't mind all that, but 7 out of 10 ain't bad. But I'm going to go for a good finish to this season.
I love it. All right.
So that's 6 points in the bag from the first 2 games.
Okay, make a note, squaddies, make a note. So far, Super Kev has a win against West Ham, as do I. And I also am going for a win against Leeds United. Now, here we go, you guys. It's the juicy one. It's the match of all matches, the North London derby of all North London derbies. What is going to happen in this game? Will it be the decider for that Champions League spot? Will it be settled before we even get there? Not sure it will. Game-wise, Kev, North London derby-wise, there have been some massive ones over the years. But my goodness, this is a game that neither manager, neither team is going to want to lose, because that prize in the middle, look how Arteta's looking at it right there, Super Kev. All 200 of you in live chat right now, check out that trophy. And Antonio Conte rubbing his little chin. What say your chinny chin, Mr. Kevin Campbell?
I think they're going to prolong the pain for us. So I think it's going to end in a draw. I really do. I think it's going to end in a draw. So the next 2 games after that are going to be quite prominent. Yeah, I do. Listen, I want us to win this game so badly. And you know me, I'm always positive. But something just tells me this this game is just going to end in a draw to keep us on the edge. So this is the draw, the 1 point out of our last 5 games.
Well, also, Super Kev, if your predictions go according to plan, and mine too, if we beat West Ham, we beat Leeds, we get a draw at Tottenham, this is good for the Arsenal. This is great for the Gunners, you know.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Look, I think they're going to drop some points. They've got some tough games. They've got Liverpool coming up. And I think it's the game before we play them. So, you know, they could be having to really go for it, which will leave the back door open. But if we get 3 points in that game, Sophie, I think that's them dead. They're the ones who cannot afford to lose, I believe, coming into that game. But I think it's going to be a draw. I want 3 points, but I just think that's the way it's going to go. It's going to go for a draw, and then we're gonna need to get things out of Newcastle and the Everton game, which I think are going to prove to be key for us to qualify for the
Good evening to you too, Craig. Good evening to everyone in live chat for joining us for the Late Football Show. It was worth it, wasn't it? Waiting tonight, post-Champions League. I believe it was. It's always worth the wait with the Highbury squad and having Super Kevin Campbell here with us giving his predictions that have been pretty stable and pretty hot for most of the season. Kev, you might be surprised with my prediction for the North London derby at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, the glorious stadium, their only trophy over the last few years. If I hear one more commentator say, "Oh, it's marvelous here," I will actually vomit. I think we're going to do them in their own backyard. I really do. I think there's something about, I don't know why. Okay, I actually predicted 5-3 today for the Champions League game, and I was told I was crazy. I think we are going to beat Tottenham in their own backyard, and I think we'll have a banana skin game, and I'll come to that. But I believe this team will win, and I fancy it. So I'm going for a win against the enemy in their own backyard.
Nice one. Okay, that's good. So you got 3 wins then, yeah?
I got 3 wins right there. 3 wins right there.
Right.
I'm
so
feeling
your
it.
Game obviously is going to be the next one.
My banana skin game is going to be Newcastle United, Super Kev. Again, my little Greek gut that has been eating way too much food this week in London is saying to me, you know what, Soph? And I just spoke about myself in the third person. I never do that. But I'm very excited about this because I can see the finish line. I can see my humble pie. I'm ready for it to be whipped up, put cream on it, however you want to serve it to me.
It'll be cooling by then. It'll be cooked. It'll be cooling and everything. It'll be just...
I feel that this game is one we could lose. Don't want to say it out loud, Kev, but I feel that way. So the last loss to Newcastle was actually in April of 2018. I think they're playing great football right now. Bruno Guimaraes, a play that you and I were looking at us. That's the type of play that we felt that we could sign and have in midfield. Joe Ellington, we spoke about him a couple of shows ago, about Eddie Howe transitioning him into that flank position and the prowess that he has there. They're playing with a lot of confidence. They're safe now from relegation. I think they'll go out at home and express themselves, and they'll want to put one on us. So for me, that's the banana skin game. What's your thoughts?
I think we'll win. I think we'll beat them. I think Newcastle are a decent side, but they've had a run and a half. But the flip flops will be on, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, you think the towels will be out on the beach?
I think the flip flops will be on. The towels will be out. You know, they're safe now, aren't they? And let's see. You know, we might see some changes in their team because he can afford to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can't because we're going for the big challenge. And you know what, Sophie? I think this might be the game that if we win this game, we qualify for the Champions League. I really believe so. But
Amazing.
I think a win. We've got to win. We've got to win this game. We've got to go. For me, we've got to go unbeaten for the rest of the season now. But we've got to win 4 of the 5 to qualify. I truly believe.
We have to keep our foot on the brake, on the accelerator. No kind of handbrake on, handbrake off. Go for it. And the reason why I feel like this is a bit of a banana skin game for us, Kev, is I'm looking at Crystal Palace, Brighton, Southampton. I feel like maybe we have that type of result still in us. We spoke last night about, yes, we beat Manchester United, but we didn't play great. We beat Chelsea. We were vulnerable at the back. Our defense needs to really kind of improve, because in the last 5 games, you know, they just haven't been as solid. It feels like they're playing with a hot football potato. So that's the reason why I lean towards, you know, the loss against Newcastle. So we'll see how it goes. By the way, the person who just wrote, "What's the point of this show? 1 game at a time." Hilarious. It's a prediction show. We do 5 in a row. We've been doing 5 chunks. And you know what? It's it. This is it. As Kevin McAllister in Home Alone said, this is it. Don't get scared now. Right? This is what we're doing. We're predicting the matches that are coming up.
Final 5.
The final 5. So we've just done this one. The Magpies resurgent after their January signings. 300 of you in live chat. Hit that like button, please. Very, very important that you do that. Whoa, we got Tom Canton in the house. Good evening, Tom. How are you? I wonder what Tom's predictions are. I'm sure he will share them with us. Right, Kev.
Put your predictions up for the last 5. Let's see how you go.
Last 5. Let's have it. Let's see it. As Kev says, let's have it.
Let's have it. The final 5.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was great to see you too as well, and everyone who came to the event. More to come on that front for sure. Kev, this one, you've been very honest about your feelings regarding this game, what it means to you as an Arsenal fan.
That should be the other way, shouldn't it?
It should be, but you know what?
It don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter. Yeah, it should be the other way around, because we are playing at home against Everton. Super Kev, there has to be some revenge for the December 2-1 loss at Goodison Park. It was one of our most horrific performances. I think we'll agree that game, the Brighton game, the Crystal Palace game, Southampton, you know, those were the matches that we just didn't show up in. We let ourselves down, mistakes all the way around. Everyone was culpable. But here we are. This Everton team are going to be fighting for their lives to the death. They are in huge trouble, Super Kev. This is a game we like to, you know, perform in towards the end of the season. We generally do win at the end of the season. The last time we lost to them was, of course, as I said, in December. What say you about your old club, the club that you loved playing for, but the club that you grew up supporting and played for?
Yeah, I think Arsenal win the game, if I'm honest with you. I think Everton have to do their business before this game. So, because if they're going into this game and Arsenal going for a top 4, I don't think Everton have got the tools to win this game. Truthfully, I think Arsenal will win this game, and Arsenal will qualify, as far as I'm concerned, with the last 5, the final 5. Arsenal will get the top 4. And as I say, I think Everton need to do their business in the next 4 games. I think Everton have got 6 games left. They need to do their business in the next 5 games, because they definitely going down to that last one at the Emirates. And, you know, a bit of revenge for Arsenal, because do you remember the protest last season, and Everton won at the Emirates last season, 1-0, where we were absolutely awful. We were awful at Goodison Park. But I think this Arsenal now are a lot different mentality-wise and to that side last season. And I think Arsenal will win this game. So it will be 4 wins and a draw. So that's what I believe. 13 points.
All right, 4 wins and a draw. We got Tom's West Ham win, Leeds win, Newcastle. Tottenham draw, Newcastle draw, Everton win. Okay.
So that's 11, isn't it? It's 11 points he's gone for.
Yeah, that should be enough. We've got this one from Tactical Squad. James Johnson, beat the Hammers, beat Leeds, draw Newcastle, beat Spurs, and Everton will get beat. Sorry, Kev. Kev's not sorry. Kev's all business.
I'm all business. Listen, I think Arsenal will beat Everton. I really do. I just pray, hope and pray Everton could do the business before that. That's the truth.
Yeah, I agree with Virginia. I think we relegate Everton. I think it's a Leeds United, Nottingham Forest scenario. They look weak. I cannot believe how resurgent Burnley are, Super Kev. Talk about making a change. Everyone criticised Burnley for sacking Sean Dyche. It was risky. The owners rolled the dice. But my goodness, I don't know what was going on there previously.
They're not out of it.
No, I know. But they've to make it harder.
They're giving themselves a chance. They're not out yet.
So, no, I know, but Kev, they looked like they were dead and buried. It looked like because of Everton games in hand, it was going to be
not as if they were cut adrift. They were always in with a shout. They've won they've won 2 games and drawn 1, and they're still only 2 points. So, or 3 points, or whatever. There's a long way to go. These next 6, trust me, these are the pressure ones.
I think you're coming to the defense of your old club there. What I'm saying is...
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is, if you listen, what I'm saying is these next games that they've got are the prove-it games. All what's gone on, yeah, they've sacked the manager and there's been a bounce. Fine. Now we're going to see. This is where we're going to see.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Leeds, have you seen Leeds' next run of 3 games? I think 3 games they play. Leeds play they play Arsenal in one of them, they play Chelsea, and they play another
They've got some very tough games coming up. There's no doubt about that.
3.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I'm just saying, like, at this point in the season, to sack your manager that's been your manager for 10 years and to then go on a bounce the way they have. Sometimes it's the first game bounce. It's the new manager bounce, but they've done it now, 3 games in a row, Kev? So
3. It's a bounce. That's good. Yeah. But, hey, listen, again, they've had a good run. They've given themselves a great chance. Now is the prove-it time. Trust me. You know when they talk about squeaky bum time? Now is the squeaky bum time.
It's the true squeaky bum time, totally. All right, all 340 of you in chat, late for some, early for some.
Many likes.
Yeah, tell them, Kev. You want 150?
How many likes?
All right, well, Tammy will let us know. Tammy will let us know. Okay, so this question from Tom. If we qualified top 4 before Everton, will Arteta rotate and do his former side a favour? He surely won't want them to go down. He's ruthless, Kev. We've seen it.
No, I don't. No chance. No chance. He ain't rotating anything. I think he plays the strongest team available because the fans deserve that. That's the truth. And, you know, they talk about having that connection with the fans, etc. Everyone will be turning up for a carnival atmosphere. And then to have a weakened side, no. I can't see it happening. I think the integrity of the game and Arsenal is not going to be compromised. And if Everton go down, Everton are to blame. You know, there's 37 games before the last game of the season. So if they're in a predicament, they've put themselves in that predicament. So.
And they've been a terrible team this season, Kev. They've just been. I can't believe we lost to them, but that's.
Sophie, do you know the big problem, Sophie? They've not won an away game since August.
It's shocking. That's worse than our away record under Emery and the latter of Wenger and Emery in his tenure.
They've got to win an away game before the end of the season if they're gonna even have a chance of staying up.
Oh my goodness! All right. I would like to see Everton stay in the Premier League. I think, and I know that some people may say, "Well, why?" Huh?
Me too.
They're kind of my secret crush team, not only because of Kev, but I always got on with Everton. I love the guys at Toffee TV. I used to do a whole bunch of stuff for their old show back in the day. And I want to see Leeds survive. I want to see Everton survive. I think it makes for a better Premier League. I don't know why you're saying no, Sophie, but that's just my jam. I would like to see the Toffees survive somehow. This could be this could be, Kev, one of those. You were involved in the most dramatic survival Sunday, the greatest escape ever. Is it going to go down to that type of scenario, do you think, this season?
I think it could, Soph, if I'm honest with you. I think it could go down to it. Do I want it to go down to it? No. No, down to it at all. Because that means, obviously, my team, Arsenal, against a team who I played for, fell in love with as well, is involved against each other. And like I said, I think Arsenal will win the game, Soph. If it comes down to a straight shootout, I think Arsenal win the game. I think Arsenal have too many weapons. The crowd at the Emirates are different class. And I think Arsenal will win the game. So I really hope Everton do not make it get to that game.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah, I hope so too. All right, so Kev, we have a win at West Ham. We have a win against Leeds.
Yep.
You have us doing a Desmond against the Spuds. I have us beating them.
Yep.
I have us losing to Newcastle. You have us beating Newcastle.
Yep.
And we both fancy a win against the Toffees at the Emirates. If our results go to plan, Super Kev, the Arsenal Football Club qualify for the Champions League. And these folks, the fans, like you said, who've been amazing all season, home and away, they deserve an award. When they give out the awards for the players this season, I hope they include the fans. London is our city. London is red. And you know what? A little bit of optimism before these games come along. There's nothing wrong with that. The realistic part of it is that anything can happen. We've seen our team completely capitulate in games that we've not expected them to. But right now, mathematically, we can still do it. Manchester United, and that result was insanely good for us, Kev, even though we didn't play great. Tottenham have proved year on year that they can go Spursy at any time. They've opened the window back up for us with the loss to Brighton and the draw against Brentford. And of course, after our disappointing 3-game loss in a row, we bounced back against 2 of the teams that we were expecting to get a bigger challenge from as well. So
tell the truth, so we're expected to lose.
Yes, we were.
We're expected to lose, not have a challenge. We're expected to lose against Chelsea for sure and lose against Manchester United. Yes. That's what everyone was hoping for. But the boys produced and we ended up winning. And now is the third one coming up this weekend, which will be that West Ham game. So important we win that one. So put massive pressure, put massive pressure back on Spurs.
Absolutely. Because they've got that Liverpool game to come. So if we can get that result against, let's be honest, the depleted West Ham team who have got their eye on Europa League, this will be massive for us going into the next couple of games. Kev, we've got a Forest fan in the house.
Hey.
You're doing some special stuff for Forest. He loves the Arsenal because of you. Forest legend, says Kevin. So we wanted to give Kevin a shout out.
Nice. Kevin, I hope you're there Thursday. I hope you're going to be there Thursday. My first time back in Nottingham doing a show there, and Darren Fletcher's going to be the compere for the first half, and it's going to be great. It's going to be a great show, and unfortunately, Sophie, I will not be around for the rest of.
That's okay, because you're doing great stuff for Forest, and you've got a lot of stuff going on, and I'll let the squaddies know via YouTube and Twitter regarding the schedule for the rest of the week. It's my nephew's 18th birthday tomorrow, so I will be doing very special family things, but I'll keep you guys posted about what comes next. But before we go, Kev, someone sent me this today, and I was like, aye, what's going on here?
Do you know the funny thing? Look at Barney. Look at John Jensen. Barney Rubble, we used to call him.
His hair, Kev, was so epic. But what's going on here with Adidas? Look at you, eh?
Yeah, there's a couple. George Graham coaching at the top right. And obviously Dave Seaman in goal. And Bob Wilson, look at Bob Wilson there.
Yeah.
On to the right. So
who's that sitting behind Bob, Kev? Can you make it out? Maybe I have to blow that one up.
Dave Seaman, isn't it?
It is Seaman, isn't it?
Dave
Seaman. Yeah.
Yeah,
brilliant picture. Mark sent me this. He discovered it and he sent it to me today. And he goes, "Look what I've got." And just brilliant stuff. And I wanted to share that with all the squaddies this evening. Just absolutely classic Arsenal stuff as well. You guys know we all love to share stuff with you. And yes, people have offered to pay my ticket to stay in London. So if you'd like to contribute.
Sophie, we win at West Ham, you're going nowhere. I'm telling you.
I tell you, Kev, if we win at West Ham, I'm coming back from Cyprus to London just for the day for the North London derby. I'm sure we could do a GoFundMe for that. And Kev was brilliant on Sky Sports on Super Sunday, and they are brilliant photos as well. Also, I wanted to put this up. Kev, can you tell everyone real quick, because this is my coin that you were so generous giving myself, Tom, Harry, Lee, and Dan, and 4 epic squaddies, Lynn, Mark B, Jags, and of course, Stephen Foote, our guy who incepted the name Squaddies, was there that night. This is from Zenith Coins, and I just wanted to share it with everyone because I love it. It's become one of my favorite things.
So the brilliant thing about Zenith Coins and what they do is, you know, if ever you're struggling for a gift for somebody and they're a gooner, this is the, you can see the authenticity label there, certificate. This is the gift. You're a gooner, you cherish stuff like this because it's like going up the steps at Wembley, believe you me. You know, when you take it out and you hold it, you feel the weight of it, everything. You know, for me, this is a connection to Arsenal Football Club. And it's endorsed by Arsenal because Arsenal know, you know, this is genuine. So as far as I'm concerned, I just think it's such a great prize to give. It's a great gift to give. And I just think it's one of those that every gooner should have. So that's why I thought to myself, what's so different that I could give to people who would appreciate it? And I'm so pleased everybody appreciated it. And it's something that you cherish because if you're a gooner, you cherish that. That's for sure.
Yeah, totally. So a lot of people have been asking me where they can get it. And
you can buy it from Arsenal. You get it on the Arsenal website. Go and get it, squaddies. And hopefully, we're going to try and get the guys from Zenith Coins on.
Nice.
Try and get them on the show before the end of the season so they could explain. And because I'm trying to do something a little bit special with them, squaddies, something for with an real good Arsenal connection. So it will be kind of like a collector's item. So watch this space.
Very cool. We've got Stephen and Lynn and Mark in the chat right now. Mark apparently has been sleeping with his since he went home. Stephen also just saying how much he loves his as well, and also Lynn as well in the house. You know, memories that they'll have forever, and they feel so grateful that you were generous and handed those out on the night. So brilliant stuff.
We need a picture with your coin. I know Jag sent a picture, didn't he? So
yeah, that would be cool.
Lynn would love a picture with your medal, your little trophy there, and Stephen and Mark and everyone. You know, if you could take a picture, we'd love it. Let's have a Hall of Fame.
Totally. The Highbury Squad Hall of Fame. We're going to have there, Kev's. I'm not going to say too much, but let's just say at the end of the season, there's going to be, you know, they're inducting players into the Premier League Hall of Fame. Just saying, Highbury Squad Hall of Fame is coming, people. So there you go. That's something to look forward to. Kev and I will be handing out some goodies, that's for sure. 404 of you in live chat on this late show on a hump day kind of night. It's Tuesday. It's not even hump day.
Tuesday.
Kev, I'm upside down with my dates and my times, but I still got my mojo. I was working at TalkSport until 3:00 in the morning last night. Had a busy day today doing the show with you. I know you're super busy. You've got so many events coming up for the rest of the week. You're doing some great stuff with Nottingham Forest as well, which is absolutely epic. They're in 4th place, Kev.
No.
No?
3rd.
Oh, wow.
They just beat Fulham. And you know what? I think they've got 2 or 3 games to go, and they're 2 points behind Bournemouth.
It's amazing to me.
Second.
Can you imagine if Leeds survive, Forest go back up? It'll be like getting the old club back together again.
It will. The old lot. It will be.
Kev, they made a managerial change, didn't they? And they've been resurgent since.
Came in earlier on in the season. Chris Hughton, who was a good manager, it didn't work out for him there, and they went and got Steve Cooper, who used to be Swansea's manager. He's the manager who managed Foden and Sancho and all those guys to the World Cup England under-17s. He done a great job at Swansea. He got the sack, and Forest got him in. And since he's been at that club, so they have really pushed on. They've done absolutely brilliant. You saw what they've done in the FA Cup. They played tough. They were unlucky. They beat us. They beat Leicester. You know, they nearly beat Liverpool. I thought they got a bad call in that game, and they nearly beat them. But they've been outstanding, Soph. They have been outstanding. And wouldn't it just? I think Bournemouth drew tonight. They were 2 down. If they drew tonight, then I think they're 3 points behind them. So,
amazing.
With 2 or 3 games to go. So, listen, they might make the playoff, which is fine, which is understandable. But you just never know, do you?
No, not at all. It's very cool. And you know what? One of my favorite times of the football season is the playoffs. It's so brilliant. You got the euphoria, the heartache. It just epitomizes everything about being a football fan. You know, one side just celebrating, the other side just thinking, wow, we were that close to getting into the Premier League. It's one of my favorite moments of the season. So once again, Kev, I will be rooting for your Nottingham Forest to make it to the Premier League. Yes, the Millwall lady, she's become very infamous. Poor Utabi Aguna had to sit next to her during the event. We did get rid of her eventually. I mean, come on. You can't heckle, especially if you're a Millwall fan. So, yes. That's it. That's all we got time for tonight. Super Kev, you're out for the rest of the week. I will update you guys on shows for the rest of the week. As I said, check our community page on YouTube with the traveling and stuff. We're just kind of like navigating our way through our content and our live shows. So look on the YouTube community page. You'll get an alert, and I will also put it out on Twitter as well. Super Kev, it has been phenomenal seeing you here in London. I know you're going to be out for the rest of the week. I will be doing something pre-West Ham for sure. And then on Monday, I go to Cyprus to see my mum and dad, which is going to be just lovely. So why don't you take these squaddies out?
Squaddies, this is the late one. So wherever you are in the world, look after yourself. Tell the loved ones that you love them. So morning, noon, and night, know that Sophie and I love you. Take care. All the very best, squaddies. We salute you, and you know what comes next. At ease, squaddies. At ease.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please stand clear of the discussion doors. The next stop is Highbury Squad.
End the broadcast. Sure, fine.